lines or strokes, fills, right over here, patterns, graphic styles, and text. We can use all of these things to make this really cool looking retro text. All right, it may look really cool now, but check it out. This is live editable text. If I add another letter in here, it will change. Okay, so there's all kinds of things that we have not touched on with the appearance menu. So if I click on this object, all these crazy appearances are in here, very similar to the layer menu. Okay, and we'll go through all kinds of things that we can do to set this up. This all goes into creating a graphic style. Once you have a graphic style, you can apply that to anything. So I could create a new image here, or a new piece, and if I go to my graphic styles menu, window, graphic styles, and you'll notice that this looks very similar, right? There we go. I have defined this as a graphic style. Okay. Some of you may have played with these things before, but let's take a look at how you can actually have some real fun with them and create them for yourself. I think it makes much more meaningful, and you have much more control when you know actually how to do these things. So they're really kind of fun. I hope you really enjoy this. Let's take a look at how we can do this step by step and work through this tutorial. Okay, very first thing we're going to do, create a new file, Control N. We're going to create a landscape letter size page, and right now it is set for inches. Okay, a lot of people when they create a style may want to use their increments set for pixels or something like that, but just to keep everything straight, since we've been working with inches, we're going to continue with that. So hit new. All right, first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw a box. M to get our rectangle tool, and I'm just drawing a random size box. It does not have to be anything specific. Okay, don't necessarily want my stroke, so I'm going to turn that off. And for my fill color, I think I'm going to get something kind of neutral blue. All right, there we go. And I am going to go to my layer menu. I'm going to lock that down. Okay, and I'm also going to create a new layer. So now we have two layers in here. The second layer is where we're going to put our text. Okay, we're going to come over here. We're going to grab the type tool. With the type tool, there are different ways that you can do things, and all of this is a lead-in for what we're going to get into next. So we'll do a lot more with text, because there's just so many things you can do in Illustrator. InDesign is great for using lots of text. Illustrator is much better if you want to get really creative with your text. So with Illustrator, I'm going to drag a box, and you'll see that it is filled with all kinds of text. So this is our text box. You'll notice that as I resize this, the text still flows within that box. Take that, Microsoft Word. I don't know that you can do that. But anyway, so that is text in a box. You can convert this to text on a point. Okay, so now it is anchored by one point, and you'll see that anchor point is right here. Okay, if I wanted to convert that back, I can still come back up here, but I have lost the ability to change my text box size and have that flow. See, that's all gone now. But very helpful if you need to convert between those two things. For our purposes, we are going to do text on a point. I'm just going to click one time, and I'm going to type RRHS. Okay, and I'm going to hold down my Shift key. I'm going to scale this up. When you create a fancy effect or style inside a font, you don't want a skinny font because it won't show up very well. So let's take a look at some of the ways that we can find a nicer font. So I'm going to click here and watch what happens as I scroll down through here. So looking for a really fat font. Let's keep going. I can use my scroll bar to take me down. So Rockwell Extra Bold. Look at that beautiful, beautiful font. Oh my. Yes, yes, that's what we want. All right, pulling that back in. Okay, so now we've got our background, we've got our text. This may sound counterintuitive, but the very first thing we want to do is to turn off our fill color. But you may say, Mr. E, how do I know where my text is? Well, check it out. If you hit Control Y, there's your text. It's still there, it's just not showing because you have no stroke, no fill, right? Let's go back. So now we have basically a blue box with some invisible text. Not real exciting right yet. So if we go to the Appearance menu, here's where we can really start some of the fun stuff. So with Appearance, I can add appearances the same way we add layers. So here I'm going to add a new stroke. Okay, default is to come up black. All right, let's make that a 5-point stroke. Let's change that color to something that's going to show up not too strong. All right, so now we've got a blue stroke around our text. Okay, no fill color. All right, and if we wanted to, we can add more strokes. Okay, and you'll see why we're doing this in a minute. All right, so I'm going to come here and I'm going to add a new stroke, and now I can come here. Same way we can do this in our layer menu, we can reorder things. So watch this. If we give this stroke a darker blue color, you can't see the other stroke because it's on top, right? So if I drag this down, now I've got the blue stroke underneath. Remember in our very first exercise when we did the transform with all those geometric shapes and we wondered what possible use you could have for this? I think we found one. So check this out. Come down here to Effects, Distort and Transform. Transform. Okay. I hope you remember this menu because there's a lot of really fun things that we had in here. So first thing I'm going to do is click on Preview. I'm going to make 25 copies. And then rather than playing with the slider and having things go way, way, way out of control, I'm going to enter numbers on my keyboard here. So I'm going to hit minus, I'm going to hit 0.1, and I'm going to hit 0.01, and let's see what we get. I'm going to turn this on and off. Alright, so now it looks like we've got some three-dimensional text. That's pretty cool. Alright, so we can say OK to that. And let's zoom in and see what that actually looks like. See all those little stair steps? You can change the number from 25 to 50 to 500, whatever you would like. Okay, but for my purpose, since we're working on these rocking Dell laptops, let's go a little bit light. And honestly, if you printed this out, I doubt you would even see the stair steps. So you'd have to print this text really gigantic to see them. All right, so we've got that. Now, we can have even more fun. All right, let's add a drop shadow underneath this three-dimensional looking shape. So we can do that by adding a fill color. We don't want the fill color on the top, so we're going to take that and we're going to drag that down to the bottom. Okay, and now we can come in here with our Effect menu and we can say Path. Oh, wait a minute. No, we do want to transform this. I apologize. We are going to transform this. And we're going to do, if we did 0.1 in the other, let's do 0.02. 0.02, not S2. And we're going to make this another 25 copies. We're going to click on Preview. And hold on a second, what's going on here? Oh, we need to select this to do this. All right, so make sure you have the individual effect selected. So now let's go back there, transform, and we're going to walk back through this. 0.02, 0.02, preview, 25 copies, click that on and off. And there we go. So now we have something coming down underneath there. Let's say OK. And we can still have some more fun with this by going to our transparency menu. Okay, transparency, we can not only change the opacity of it, but we can change the mode, the blending mode in which it is used. So let's go here, and we're going to make this a multiply. All right, and I'm going to change this to about 26%. You can see I'm very precise. So this looks like a good stopping point for right now, for this first part of the video. I will save this, and we'll come back and we'll do another video and probably finish this up. Okay.